Sometimes it's a lot better just to know some riffs instead of trying to learn all the scales and everything. This is a great riff that you've heard a million times. A bunch of artists play this, and I'm gonna show you how to play it and when you should play it and how to practice it. Let's jump in. So that was the simple riff that you've heard a million times. That style riff, or sometimes you hear it like this, or sometimes like this. So anytime you're playing blues and an E chord shows up, this riff will work. Economy of motion here is the number one thing. And what I mean by that is you don't want it to be like too big of a motion, because one, you'll grab extra strings, which isn't a terrible sound, but it's not really what we're going for. And it's too clunky to do it that way. So you take a look at my right hand here. One mental cue that seems to help a lot of my students is as soon as you pluck the opposite finger, so I'm plucking the thumb, the index is ready to pluck the next note. And then as soon as I pluck that index, the thumb comes down. So effectively, this stops the notes from ringing out at the same time. There's only one note at a time. Hear that? Instead of, if I were just to strum it like with a pick, and that sounds cool too, I guess. It's a different sound. It's not what we're going for. And that's okay. You can, if you want to use that, if you just want to use this as a sound, you can do that with a pick, but that's not what we're going for. This is the type of style that you hear like Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top play. He uses this riff all the time. Countless others. It's a really common riff. Okay, how many times do you do it and how do you get out of it? Here's the thing. This is a phrase in triplets. So we go 1, 2, 3, triplet 1, 2, 3, triplet 1, 2, 3. And triplet 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 1, 2. This is the first way to practice it. Now let's do a long run. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1. Okay, when you want to do the riff for like a longer period of time, like for an entire measure, like I was just doing there, this is the issue that came up with nearly 100% of my students, is that you were going 1, 2, 3, 4. That last beat 4 is where we're going to start doing the, but the problem is that lines with the index finger. So if you watch watch my right hand this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. Notice what I did there is on beat 4, which is supposed to be with the index finger, so we're alternating 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, right? But what we need to do on beat 4 is move that index finger over to here so we can finish the riff with that part of the riff. So that was the tricky thing that got almost 100% of my students stumped on this riff, because they tried to do this 1 and a 2 and a 3 and then another thumb hit to get into the riff. And what happens is the thumb is already basically kind of going at full speed and it can't do that double hit at the end. So you have to continue the alternating 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and 1 and a 2 and a 3 and now index finger 4 and So you just have to be aware of where you are in the measure, and you have to be aware of what's the easiest way to do this mechanic. And in this case, that is it. Alternating fast means that you cannot keep that same speed with just the thumb. That's probably about as fast as I could go. And it's hard. I mean, it's pretty fast, but that's a lot faster. Putting it in context now, this is the fun part. Put on the metronome at 90 beats per minute, and we're gonna start with a lightning shuffle. If you're in my blues class, you know what this is. 3, 4. last bar, we're gonna do it. Here it comes. Now you can add it in the middle. That's a variation. Backwards. I like the other one. Last one. Here it comes. Let's double it up. You want to try to accent those notes like 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a. Notice the downbeats. 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a, or louder. 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a. Try to accent those harder. It'll help the listener and you stay on beat more easily. Now, I think it starts getting a lot more fun when you can do riffs like this and then actually put it into context of a 12-bar blues. And if you're not really confident on how to play the 12-bar blues, but you want to learn more about it, I have a blues training course that's starting in 2 weeks from now, at the end of September 2025. This isn't a typical just video course where you watch videos and then just good luck. This is a group training class. Now, everything that you do is private by yourself, but you're doing it with a group of other people. Everybody starts the same week. The entire training is 10 weeks long. Each week has an optional playing assignment that you can submit directly to me privately, and I will give you a video response back with my feedback. How can you improve? What are the things that you're doing well? What are the things that you need to concentrate on for next week's assignment? Things like that. This training class is a lot of fun because it's a group type course. Even though it's individual and all your stuff can be private if you want, you still have the benefit of working with the group. There's question and answers and a nice forum for everybody to communicate with each other. And everyone that's going through it is having a lot of fun. Check out the details in the description. See you all inside.